Hey friends, welcome back to another video. It's Gerald back with another video on making money. So January has been a fantastic month. Like I made 2,800 Singapore dollars with $8,000 US dollars, I think. More importantly is I'm going to share with you what are the investing and trading methods that I employed, so that hopefully it can help you improve your trading and investing strategy, right? So here's the thing. I've always been super reluctant to kind of share like investment performance type of videos, like, you know, what's in my portfolio, what are my stock picks. And the reason being is that because it puts me under a lot of pressure. Like, I think the first thing, it makes me feel responsible when I recommend a stock. I want to be able to, you know, help people make money, and I don't want to feel responsible when the stock goes down, and I feel absolutely terrible, especially when it's people like you whom I care a lot about. That's first. And I think secondly, it's also that it puts me under a lot of scrutiny. Like once I start to, you know, publicly take, hey, I'm buying this stock and it underperforms, people are like, hey, you know, Gerald's a fraud, it's horrible, and things like that. So last but not least, even though I've been investing for close to, I think, 5 or 6 years now, I've been reading a lot of investing books, attended a couple of investing courses, I still don't find myself a fantastic investor by any means. And because of that, again, makes me reluctant to share about, you know, investment type topics. But I do know a thing or two, and I think a couple of weeks back, I started to notice a lot of my friends started to ask, hey Gerald, you invest, you know, is GameStop a good buy, you know, give me some advice. And last week I met up with Nixon because he asked me how to invest. And that's because he has been trading for quite a while to little success, and so that's why we met up for coffee. I gave him a couple of advice, he shared with me his struggles, and I realized, like, despite how much I hate talking about such topics, I think that if I were to kind of share it with you guys, it would help more people than it would hurt more people, right? Kind of. So I want to kind of just say this up front so that you take my advice with a pinch of salt and understand the context behind why I'm sharing this, so that basically by sharing, I hope that you can pick up some of my strategies and tips for your own further exploration, because you need to do your own due diligence. And also, if I were to make any mistakes, you can let me know in the comment section below, so I get to kind of learn how I can improve as well, right? So it's a win-win. If you appreciate the vulnerability, like, you know, me being more transparent about what I'm buying, what I'm looking at, and you want me to kind of talk more about it, well, give me a thumbs up or tell me in the comment section below, because that kind of gives me an indicator that, hey, such videos are appreciated. Okay, so now let's talk briefly about my portfolio. I basically have two brokerage account. First is TD Ameritrade. As you can see, I'm up like $1,400 year to date, and this is February 2nd. So the reason I didn't put my GameStop account here is because I might violate the pattern day trading rule, which is basically accounts under $25,000. There are a lot of restrictions, so I put it under my GameStop Tiger Brokers account, and you can see the purchases are over here. And in order to make it kind of clearer for everyone, I basically compiled everything into an Excel sheet. So let's turn over to the sheet and we can talk more over there. So basically, the first thing under growth is actually the name of the company, so ignore the growth label. And that's the ticker symbol in the New York Stock Exchange, so stock name. And then there's the entry price, which is the price in which I bought the stock for. And then there's the current price, which is what it's trading in the market right now, and the quantity of shares I bought, the gain or loss up till now. So a lot of them are unrealized except GameStop, which I have exited. And then of course there's the market value right now, or market value of the position. And what is in green in the end, or bright green, is basically the total amount of profits I've made. If it's red, that means I'm at a loss. Green means I'm at a profit. So fortunately, I think all my stocks and options in this case are all profitable. So just want you to know that I got very lucky in January, and this is not the norm. I wanted to use it as a clickbait to get you to come over here, so don't hate me. But with that being said, it is very possible to achieve 2% a month if you're very cautious, you diversify your portfolio, and you manage your risk very well. So after which, I actually have notes. Basically, I document what are some of my thoughts and the reason why I even bought into this, or what are some of the mistakes I've learned from this trade or investment. And it's actually a little bit more detailed, but I kind of just summarize everything for you so that it's easy for you to kind of understand. So basically, I have a couple of strategies that I employed. The first is value investing. Basically, a company, you think this company is worth $1, you think this company is worth $1, but right now it's selling at 50 cents. So you buy 50 cents with $1, hoping that one day it would return to 50 cents and you make 100% profit. So that's value investing. And then another very key strategy that I use is growth investing. Basically, this is a very fast growing company. It's $1 today, but it's making one cent per $100, which is absolutely terrible at 1% return. But because it's growing so quickly at 100-200% return a year, so a growth rate a year, and hopefully in 10 years time, this $100 that we put in would be yielding you approximately maybe 30 or 40% a year in cash. So that's why you invest in this company, because you believe that it's going to grow very quickly, even though it's expensive right now. So you're paying $1 for, maybe you're paying $2 for $1, but knowing that this dollar would grow very rapidly. I hope this kind of makes sense. Subsequently, at the bottom, I detail my option trade. So and when it comes to option, right, I've learned that you always want to be a net seller of options. So basically, think of insurance, right? There's someone buying the insurance, and then there is the insurance company. So you want to be the insurance company that sells the option contracts to the person, and then the person pays you premium. So you collect premium, but you insure the person of some sort of risk of a negative scenario. So when you're selling options, it kind of aligns with value investing methodology, so that basically there's a statistical advantage of selling options over the long term, and that's why I've been selling puts. It's kind of along the lines of value investing, kind of. So that's kind of options in a nutshell. That's the main strategy I employ. I'm mostly selling options, and sometimes I buy options to reduce my risk. So these positions are called verticals, which are a little bit complex. If you want me to explain them in more detail, again, comment below, and let's get started with explaining what positions I'm in and the strategies that I'm employed. So right now I'm in my Google Sheets. Let's go over the stocks first, and then I'll talk about options. So first up, Alibaba. So I bought Alibaba when it was $236. That is when Jack Ma decided to disappear, when the CCP was investigating Alibaba and the IPO issue. So what happened was that the stock tanked, and this, in my opinion, is called event-driven investing. So based on the litigation event, it caused the price to tank, and this is a fantastic opportunity, because if you look at Alibaba's growth rate, the company's financials, would Jack Ma really make a huge difference? Would the litigation really affect earnings that much? The answer is no. Again, if you want me to kind of talk more in depth about this Alibaba, I can do another video. But yeah, so that's why I bought this, basically based on an event-driven investing method. So then next is AirBNB. So AirBNB, if you read the growth story, the founders, the management, it's crazy high growth rate. The founders are very, very good entrepreneurs, kind of like Elon Musk, right? So that's when I bought into it in the IPO. I know I broke Warren Buffett's rule, but I feel that AirBNB has so much potential. Just look at the company's performance during COVID-19. Mind blown. 40% down when your business is all about travels, right? So crazy performance. That's why I bought into AirBNB, and that has yielded me $400. That's one of my biggest portfolio gainers. Again, this $400 gain is not just this month, so take that total with a pinch of salt. And the next one is Beyond. Beyond, I just support plant-based products because I'm a plant-based person. So next is Colony North Star. So Colony North Star is a very high yield dividend. It's a very high yield. It's a very high yielding REIT, and recently it's been beaten down because of the COVID situation. But I think the management has been changing up the way that they've been doing the business, and they pay a very high dividend of 10%. So that's why I call it, the approach I was using this is basically value investing that try to capitalize on the undervaluation of the company. So next I have is gold. So for Barings Gold, right, or ticker symbol GOLD, I thought I was buying at a discount because I was extremely pessimistic about the stock market. I think that we're going to have the greatest depression in a very long time, and I bought very heavily into gold, which resulted in a huge loss in my portfolio. But I've been reducing my position with call options, so that basically reduces my loss. And then the next one is Southeast Asia Limited. So that is one of the fastest growing Singapore companies. They have companies like brand under them like Garena, Shopee, and digital entertainment segment, which is earning like cumulatively the business for most of the segment grows like at 200 to 600% a year, which is phenomenal. And the reason why I even bought into this stock was because my wife, who used Shopee, was telling me, like, Shopee versus Lazada, what's better. One of them, the delivery is fantastic, the customer service is so good, they refund you whenever there's any issues, and they've been very aggressive with gaining market share, and they're like the biggest in Asia for Shopee. So that's why, because of that, I kind of figured, I would probably understand a little bit better than the pros when it comes to buying on Shopee, because my wife shops there regularly. So that's when I realized, Shopee or C looks like a very good buy right now, and therefore I bought it at 139 with a 68% gain, which is crazy, by the way. So then there's the next one, which is Shift. So Shift is a very fast growing US car rental company. It's in one state, grew to 3 states. Basically, this is growth investing, and a lot of YouTubers are actually talking about it. So you can just search about this company called Shift, and you should yield a lot of answers on what this company is about. So the next one is Tesla. Of course, everyone knows Tesla. Unfortunately, I'm actually not investing because I think it's undervalued. I invested because I wanted to support Elon Musk, hence the one share instead of the many shares. And for GameStop, well, this is a trading strategy which I will not go into a lot of details because it's going to take a long time in order for me to fully explain the risk. So basically, I traded this thing called a synthetic long straddle, kind of. So basically, if the stock goes up, I earn. The stock goes down, I also earn. So how that works, mind blown, right? So if you want to learn more about the GameStop stuff, ask me below. I can happily explain my position. So I use options basically. So now let's move over to the options part of the Excel sheet. So basically what happens is that I have been trading, I think, weekly options kind of, or monthly options, depending on the ticker symbol, and it's been yielding me approximately 288 plus 400, so that's 600. But bear in mind, I actually lost $400 from AMC, so otherwise it would have been much higher, closer to like $1,000 from options in 3 weeks. So basically the strategy is to sell a lot of put options so that it aligns with value investing methodology. Basically, I mitigate my risk on companies that I already want to buy. So if it falls below the price, I would buy them anyways, and if not, I collect insurance money. So options kind of like selling insurance, right? So, or being the insurance company. So I give people the insurance that I'll buy the stock at a certain price, and in return they pay me premium. So the premium period ranges on how long the contract is, and most of my contracts are actually weekly contracts in the index, because I've been a huge advocate that the index will be rising over a very, if you buy the index and hold it for a long term, you'll be making a lot of money. And that's why I actually sell a lot of the puts on the index, and that has yielded me like $400-500 easily. Crazy amount of money. And then again, I've been selling puts and selling calls to collect premium off my gold and Under Armour, AT&T. So this is just very briefly what are some of the stocks that I'm thinking of. And Tesla, actually, so we scroll down a little bit further, there is Alibaba and Tesla. So Alibaba, right, I actually bought the stock, and I also sold put because I felt that the price was very good, and I sold the put at $185. So if it tanked below $185, I'm happy to buy Alibaba at $185. Unfortunately, that did not happen, but I still gained a huge amount of money from collecting the premiums. Then again, I sold Alibaba at 215 put. Again, that has yielded me a lot of money. Alibaba is like $260. So again, passive income, man. So next thing is Tesla. So Tesla, back then, when basically GameStop had created a huge hoo-ha in the market, so volatility spiked, and that was, I think, 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. And I noticed if volatility spiked, Tesla earnings was happening next week Wednesday, I figured, probably could sell a vertical on Tesla to earn like $100 before the earnings happen. And if I read into Tesla's history, right? So basically, Tesla did not fluctuate too much during their earnings, and hence I kind of held it through the earnings all the way to expiration. And turns out Tesla did drop quite a little bit, but still quite far away from my strike price of $770. And if it were to fall into $770, I'll be happy to buy Tesla. So that's why, because of that, I actually managed to earn like 15% off that trade. So very lucky. Again, so that brought my total to about 2,800 Singapore dollars if converted to SGD. But again, bear in mind, my stock position mostly were not within a month, so I just kind of tallied out for convenience sake, right? So it's very, very hard to find out what's your 1 month gain based off your stock. So that being said, I hope this video kind of shared some insights of how I thought about my trades, my position, and how I actually earned $2,800 off my trade in 1 month. So yeah, let me know what you think. So basically, I think 50% of my portfolios are in options. Actually, not really. 25% of my portfolios are in stocks, and about 25% is in cash, 25% is in options, and another 25% is high yield bonds, which I kind of detailed over here because I actually have a very pessimistic view of the market right now. So that's just my portfolio, and I employ a lot of different strategy like value investing, growth investing type strategies, and I also traded options to basically increase my gains quite a fair bit, and that's how I ended up with this performance. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Additionally, in the upcoming video, I'm going to share like the strategy that I use to trade GameStop safely. You know, the one in which if it goes up, I make money. If it goes down, I also make money. So if you're interested, you can do me a small favor and hit the subscribe button so that you stay tuned to the update of it. If you want to hear about Alibaba, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and have a great week, everyone. Thank you for watching this video, and peace.